Hey guys, I'm Tiffany Smith.
And I'm Jason Inman.
And we are in peak DC season, and we're gearing up for everything going down at New York Comic Con.
Like this exclusive Justice League t-shirt that you can only get at New York Comic Con. Plus, on this episode, we're going to be looking forward to one of the most important comic book events of the year, Dark Knight 3, The Master Race.
Oh yeah, get ready for DC All Access.
In publishing news, DC just announced a new original graphic novel for DC superhero girls from writer Shea Fontana. In the story, a teenage Lex Luthor kidnaps the young superheroes, and they have to defeat him in time to race back to school for finals. The book will captivate young superheroes everywhere in July 2016.
Ever since the announcement of DC Superhero Girls earlier this year, we have been counting down the days for the girl power takeover. Well, the wait is over. USA Today premiered the first new DC Superhero Girls digital animated short, and it looks fantastic. We learn more about Superhero High, the setting for this universe, and get a fresh take on classic characters like Supergirl, Wonder Woman, and Harley Quinn for the next generation of fans. Be sure to check out the brand new website for previews of the new toys, artwork, and of course, it's the best place to watch the animated shorts rolling out this fall, so keep coming back. And if you're headed to New York Comic Con, make sure you check out the DC Superhero Girls panel at 5:30 on Thursday. The lineup is awesome, and there are sure to be some serious reveals and surprises. Plus, you get a cape, and you'll get your first look in person at the toys and books at the DC Superhero Girls booth.
On the TV side, The Flash debuts its second season tonight as we learn what happened in the wake of the Singularity from last season's finale. With Atom Smasher, Jay Garrick, and the introduction of the multiverse, you don't want to miss what's in store for Central City this year.
The finale for Frank Miller's legendary Dark Knight epic begins at November 25th, and you can catch co-writer Brian Azzarello and artist Andy Kubert at the Dark Knight Returns 30th anniversary panel this Friday at New York Comic Con. And we've got Brian here to give us a look ahead at the soon-to-be classic conclusion.
Brian, thank you so much for joining us on DC All Access.
I didn't have a choice.
What does the Master Race mean?
Well, what do you think it means? I mean, those two words together mean something. One thing is what they mean.
How is Dark Knight 3 going to be relevant to the world now?
Like the other two, we are taking, some of the hot button issues from the time and working them into this. With the media and some of the politics that are going on right now, putting them in this story, without getting too overly, bogged down in it.
Now, who is Batman's main antagonist in Dark Knight 3?
Himself, but that's always his main antagonist.
That's his main villain? There's no supervillain we're gonna see?
Yeah, there is. But you said main antagonist.
Oh. But the main antagonist is Batman himself.
It's always, he wrestles with himself.
Now, is Andy trying to evoke Frank's style for this book?
Yes, we both are. We both are
like
filtering Frank through our particular way of working.
What has been your favorite moment from working with Frank Miller on this book?
I'm a better writer from learning his process. So it's
great to learn from the master.
It's great to
the Master Race.
It is, yes. It's great to learn from Sensei. He had a lot of moments that he wanted to hit, and so we would talk through these moments, and then I would go back to the hotel around the corner and take all these moments. Like, okay, this kind of put it together like a puzzle. I mean, he knew where he wanted everything to end up, which is really great. Yeah, he had the pieces. I put the puzzle together.
Dark Knight 3 will also come with a slew of beautiful variant covers, and DC co-publisher Dan DiDio has all the details. All right, Dan, so tell us about these Dark Knight 3 variant covers.
Well, there's a lot happening with Dark Knight 3, as you can imagine, and what we did is this is the first time we've ever reached out directly to the retailers to give retailers specific variant covers. And one of the reasons why we did it is because there were so many artists that came to us that wanted to participate in this project. What you don't realize is that most of today's, or a lot of today's, really great artists were inspired by the Dark Knight books when they first came out. I mean, this is what they saw, this is what made them want to get into comics. So when they heard that we were doing this project, they all wanted to participate in some way, and what we're able to do through this variant cover program is really where some of the really great artists in the business right now get a chance to work on Dark Knight. If you look over here, we have Ivan Rice over here. He did a beautiful job on Batman. There's some great Carrie Kelly stuff. There was a fun one with Lee Bermejo. He did a wonderful Carrie Kelly. Raphael Albuquerque did a beautiful job. Klaus Janson, naturally, he's working on the book too. I think Tim Sale's cover is very evocative of the shadows of the type of books. You got a lot of people who are just desperate to draw Carrie Kelly. You see Kenneth Roquefort here. Some people refer back to the Joker scene that's going on. The one theme that I kept on seeing, I guess, is because it's so ingrained in people's minds, is Batman on the horse. The Batman on the horse kept on popping up. That was a theme that I was surprised because constantly hear that nobody wants to draw horses. And yet here they are.
So this is the first retailer-specific variant covers you guys have done. Where can people find some of these books geographically?
Well, actually, each one of these covers is specific to a very individual store. So you can only find each of these covers
at a specific store.
Exactly.
Wow.
So that's what's interesting about it. So if you're a fan of one of these particular artists, it's really associated with that one store. So there might be ways to be able to get it through that store, either online or through share that might be working out.
Or a lot of driving.
Yeah, a lot of driving, But again, these are store specific. We're going to actually be able to put on our website locations for each one of the artists the covers are, so people could know what to find in very unique stores. And then also, it's not just a US thing, as you can see. This is involved in the UK and in Canada as well.
In honor of tonight's premiere of The Flash, we've got an awesome package from DC Collectibles to give away to one of you.
Oh yeah, we've got a Flash statue, a Flash action figure, a Central City Police badge, and a reverse Flash ring.
So cool. For your chance to win, make sure you click subscribe and let us know in the comments below who your favorite Flash character is.
And don't forget to use the phrase MyDCAA entry.
Well, that's it for this episode of DC All Access, but if you want more, make sure you check out those videos right over there.
And don't forget to follow DC Comics on Instagram, because yesterday Raul from iZombie took over the account, and you can check that out at DC Comics.